My name is Michael. This is my log journey. And the reason why I made this video, or this second video, is for my tribe. And you're probably guessing, well, what does that mean, my tribe? What is my tribe? I am a Negro, a descendant of the slaves from the state of Georgia, within the United States. Now you think, well, what makes that your tribe? How do you verify that's your tribe? Well, on my birth certificate it says Negro. And I have receipts. You got receipts. Okay, so I grew up in a world where I was a Negro with 4C texture hair. And we know what that means. Now, everybody knows what that means, right? But look at my hair texture now. You can tell me, well, you can't tell me that it hasn't changed. It has. And now, we're going to do a 360 thing around my head so you can see my locks. But I want you to also keep in mind that my hair doesn't lock as well. And we'll get back to that after we move over here to this chair. So I want to move now. And I want you to remember something, Malachi. Oh, hey, Malachi is filming right now. Malachi is part of my tribe. Malachi has 4C hair. Malachi is an African descendant, as am I. And he's filming all of this. He may speak, we'll see. So go ahead and do a 360. But remember one thing. Remember the word kitchen at some point. I'm going to tell a little story while you film this whole situation. Remember the word kitchen, okay? All right. So now we're going to do this famous 360 people always do when they show their hair. So, I'm going to tell you a story, yeah? The first time I saw my scalp, after 20 plus years, I was on the bus coming home from work. We worked at the same place. Are you seeing all this over here? Are you getting all this over here? There used to be a lock, by the way. It was a lock. So the first time I saw my scalp, I was on the bus after 20 plus years, and I was in front of that screen where you see an image of what the camera's recording, but you don't really look at it. You just see an image on the screen. And I was standing there and I saw my scalp pop up on the screen. And I looked at it and thought, oh, it freaked me out. It freaked me out. I thought, what is... I thought, is everybody on the bus did everybody on the bus see my scalp like that? Did everybody on the bus see my scalp like that? And I realized, no, only you did. You saw your scalp on a bus like that, and that's it. But it freaked me out, because I never, having 4C hair texture all my life and being fundamentally an African descendant, I never thought I would ever see my scalp again. It was ridiculous. What are we doing? What's it about? So that's when I began to question, what's happening? What's going on with my locks? And my hair doesn't lock anymore. And hold on, let me show you. You can see, out of frustration, I backcombed this lock a few years ago. And you can see that, nope, not locking no more. I'm not doing that no more. It's like my locks had a discussion behind my back. It's like my locks decided to have a meeting and said, you know what? That locking thing we've been doing, that's been cute, but we don't want to. I'm not going to do that no more. We're done with that locking thing. And then the best part was a nappy bit. Oh, speaking of you having nappy hair, oh, that was cute too. We're canceling that. Just cancel. No more nappy hair. So my tribe that I was born into, I no longer have a genetic signature of what that means. Because we know what a person's skin color has no notion of race. That's just a construct. What separates us as a tribe is that we have a unique and specific genetic structure that we can only see through our hair. Because having black skin doesn't matter, Malachi. We work people who are blacker than us, right? Darker than me and you. But how we know they're part of our tribe? Because of their hair texture. That genetic signal that pops out that tells us, although we have melanin, we're different tribes. So now I find myself in a situation where I'm no longer carrying that specific genetic signal that identifies me as part of my tribe. And that's why this video is made for my tribe. I make this video for my tribe. Let y'all know what's happening with me and my journey. But here's the funny part as well. How can you have a lock journey if your hair don't lock no more? Monica, how are we going to figure that out? How you going to have a lock journey if your hair don't lock no more? Well, I guess we're going to figure that out. Figure that out together. But I wanted to mention the kitchen. The kitchen is everything. If you are a Negro and you come from the South, where I come from, I come from a plantation called Georgia. Okay. A little in America. Well, I should say United States, America. So, how do you know that you're part of our tribe? Well, we have a kitchen. And the kitchen can be hot. Now, keep in mind, my hair texture is full of seed. I'm going to show you my kitchen now. I'm going to show you my kitchen. You see this kitchen back here? You see the kitchen back here? You could, before this, you can fry fish in my kitchen. My kitchen was hot and on fire kitchen. Alright? Fried catfish, snapper, bass, hush puppies, and macaroni and cheese. And this kitchen back here. Now that means that my hair was so dense and so tight that even combing it, which is a nightmare, just comb it. Do you know what BBs are? Malachi, you know what a BB is? BBs when your hair is so tight in the back when you try to comb it, it pop. Like pop. You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't know that's what it's called, but
BB, yeah, pop. Well, see, now my kitchen serving y'all kale, serving y'all fruit salad. Oh no, my kitchen was giving you fried fish, catfish hot, but not anymore. So this is why I'm saying my journey has moved me to this place where I'm confronting a new reality. And I'll give you an example. Can I move back over there? All right. You done doing the whole 360? You done? You see? Oh, let me show you my emperor lock. Hold on. I had a Congo, by the way, because I'm freeform. This is my Congo. I call my Congo the emperor lock. Do you see the root is no longer locking? Do you see where it stopped? Yeah? As above, so was below. Do you see the end of my emperor lock? You got that? So all of my forcing hair is definitely gone. That's a wrap. But yeah, I want to get to the, okay. I can sit down and be comfortable. So, 2 years ago, my life completely changed. Completely changed because I met a young girl. Her name is KK. Now, I'm 49 years old, so I may call her baby, I may call her baby girl, I may call them my niece, my daughter, my nephew. Anybody under the age of 25 to me is my niece, my daughter, my nephew. So this young girl, my daughter, came and said to me one day at work, said, I think it's going natural. Now, Malachi, you can testify. Anybody who knows me knows, if you tell me you won't go natural, I cape up. Isn't that not true?
yeah.
I cape all the way up. I'm like, really? take that sewing out your head. I don't know who she is, who he is. That's not who you are. Only when you tell me you want to go natural do I go in like that. Because I don't care if you want to wear weave. I don't care if you want to do all the rest. It's a business. But I'm saying when my girls, when my daughters and my nephews and my nieces come forward, they want to go natural, I go right in. And so I did. And a young man who was near us, one of my sons and my nephews, popped up and said, well, that's easy for you because you're cooling. Now, he said it in a Caribbean accent. Can you do a Caribbean accent, Malachi? You can't do a Caribbean accent. He said in a Caribbean accent that was easy for me to tell this young woman to go natural because I had coolie hair. Not because I was coolie. I didn't know what that meant. I had never heard that expression before. And I saw KK look at me in a way that I thought, well, what happened? I can see that somewhere in her something changed. But I didn't know what it was, I didn't know what this term meant. So I decided to go and ask a person who I knew was Caribbean. He said it, like I said, in a Caribbean accent. So I went to Miss Janet. And we know Miss Janet, right? We know Miss Janet. He's nodding, but he ain't saying anything. You know, you can speak.
Yeah.
Yes, you know Miss Janet. So I said to her, I said, why this child called me coolie? And she laughed at me. But not in a way that made me feel like that was being insulted. She laughed in a way like you didn't understand what someone was saying to you. You just misinterpreted something you didn't know. And she said, it's your hair that gave you away. My hair that gave me away. Hold on, now, my hair gave me away. I said, what do you mean? And she said, well, he thinks that you're black and Indian. And now we can hold the picture. Where do you see the coolie? Where is the coolie? I don't understand. So I'm like, okay, so now I can no longer encourage my daughters to go natural because this young man has said to me, you're not allowed to no more because you have a different genetics than we do. That's what he said, but at the moment I couldn't take that all in. Cause what am I gonna do? Walk around and say what? I'm a Negro. Look at me. I can't do that. I had to take it for what it was, not realizing how I'm being perceived and what that means to me now. So once Miss Janet said to me that he thinks you're black and Indian, I thought, well, really? Oh, now I got Indian in my family. Now I have Indian in my family. Oh, now I'm mixed race. Now I'm black and other. Really? That's what's happening now? Until I found back these photographs. And I was like, yes, you're not going to tell, you're not going to take my... Okay, first of all, imagine you're at a table that you've been sitting at for years. And all years. Your whole life you've been going to the same table, sitting down, doing the same thing all your life. And all of a sudden you sit there one day and somebody comes and snatch away the cutlery, pull away the plate, napkins, glass, and pull back the chair. And somebody looks at you and says, you don't belong to this table anymore. I'm sorry. It's not your spot no more. Like, what do you mean it's not my table no more? I can't be in my tribe anymore? But I found back the pictures. So I came for my black card, came back for my black card. I said, yes, you will not tell me, these children will not tell me who I am and what my journey's been. So I'm going to come back, found the pictures, and I showed them. Now, Malachi, how long did I carry that picture in my backpack?
Too long.
How long was I walking around with these pictures in my backpack? You know. I found the photo album, and you saw me walk around with it for how raised for everybody black. Don't you know? So I showed KK and I showed this young man Louis that in fact I'm a Negro. I thought all was good. I'm back at the table. You know, I can encourage my daughters and my sons to be natural. I freeform my locks. So I thought, yes, I can finally go back to the space of being able to encourage my tribe to represent who they are in this world. And then one day, KK was talking to me in front of another girl who we work with, who's always been natural. She always had natural hair. And I was, I love her. And she said to her about me, you know his hair wasn't always like that. It was rough. And I hope one day it happens to me. So in one moment, I found myself once again feeling outside my tribe. The one thing I wanted to encourage somehow seemed to have backfired a little bit. And so I was in my feelings about it. Because I know what that means. I mean, if you are a mixed race person and you have what they call good hair, soft and curly hair, you can't tell nobody who is from our tribe, go ahead and be natural, girl. Let your naps out. Yeah, I know that. I know what that means. I know what that means. But that wasn't my intention. That was not my intention at all. Was for this baby to turn around, look at me, and say to me, I hope this happens to me. And when she said it, I was looking at her in her face, and I was smiling at her, and she smiled back at me. I couldn't say anything. Couldn't say anything. Just sat there, smiling at her. And then I heard this voice in my head screaming in my head. It was my own voice. Breathe. Just breathe. What did this child just say to me? What did this child just say to me? Who does that, was that, how am I supposed to identify myself? If I can't look at my own people, look at my own tribe, look at you and smile at your hair, love your locks, love your feet form, love your nappy, love your hair. If I look at you and smile at you, you wonder to yourself, is he smiling at me because he don't have that hair texture? I mean, all this is going through my mind at this particular point in my journey, my lock journey. And I can only share it with you. Don't nobody else know this story but us. Don't nobody else have our hair texture but us. If that were not the case, we'd be buying nobody else's hair in the first place. We're the only ones that have this specific genetic code that we live with, and that's how we know who we are in our tribe. And now I stand outside of my tribe, looking in. And not quite sure what to do with it yet. But this is my journey. This is who I am. And I'm ready to share it with you. And if you know somebody with the same, if you know somebody who hair texture is 4C, they grew their locks, and their hair texture has changed, isn't locked anymore, holler at me. I want to know. I'm trying to find you too. Because I can't be the only person, Malachi, am I the only person in the world whose hair don't lock?
At this moment, yeah.
And that's not a good place to be, is it?
No.
Everybody needs to be in a tribe. Everybody wants to be part of something. So I always started part of something. Began part of something very specific and very unique. And now it has changed. And now it is gone. And it's not coming back. So, this is me. This is my journey. Now, if you have a question, Malachi, you can ask me a question. If you don't, we can wrap this up.
So far on your journey, what has been said to you if you've asked anybody who else has grown locks?
What was the question again, Malachi?
Since growing your locks, since noticing the change,
Right.
what has other people said to you who also have locks?
No one, except that, well, you're the only person I know that has locks. One, you answer that question. You can answer that question, because no one, I went with you to your loctician. Remember, I went with you to your loctician. I don't have any experience with that because I wasn't, it's not part of the program. It's supposed to have, by the way, I was meant to have, after 23 years of locks, fat, juicy, Bob Marley, AC vinegar rinsing locks. I'm supposed to be having 23 years, my freeform and 4C hair. My shit should be like, whoa. So no, I don't know what it says to anybody else who's had locks. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question.
What did the loctician say?
Well, after she panicked, there was two. The first one I went to go see, first of all, she thought I was, when her husband told her about my hair texture change, and he tried to explain to her what was going on, and she invited me around to her house. That was cute. And she touched my hair, and the first thing she said was, it was like Indian hair. I said, all right. But I'm not Indian, but already I can see already this is starting to happen. But not realizing what it was going to be later on. But she couldn't explain to me why my hair didn't lock anymore or my texture had changed. She said the last time she saw someone's hair had changed this dramatically, the person was ill. And it was dead within 6 months of it happening. So imagine you go see somebody and you say to them, look, here's the pictures, and they say to you, well, the last time I saw this, the person was dead within 6 months. Otherwise, my hair was like Indian hair. So I left that alone. Walked away from that experience. It is what it is. Because my locks are part of my journey, my spiritual journey. So I left it alone. And then we went to see your loctician. This is a year gap. It was a year to year to year. I haven't been just like running around talking about my hair being this way. Have I, Malachi?
Hope.
Exactly. You don't. This is how I wear my hair here for this. You don't see my hair this way all the time, do you? So I'm not trying to. It's not about that. So the second time we go to see Malachi's loctician, because Malachi's my friend, Malachi's my brother. He's my locks brother. So I go to see his loctician, and I show her these pictures. And first thing she did was she clasped her invisible pearls. She clasped her invisible pearls and said to me something's happening on the inside. That wasn't the product I was using. It wasn't anything. She dismissed all the other nonsense about, oh, could you be on medication? Maybe you're... No, she said, no, it's happening inside. And I said, all right. And we left, right? And I paid her. Wait, I asked her too. I said, can you tell me my hair texture? I'm tired of watching 4C videos now. Obviously, is this 4C? Are you feeling 4C? So I keep watching these same videos over and over again. What's my hair texture? She said, well, I can't tell you. It's too complicated. So I'm coming to you. And I'm asking my tribe, if you've seen this happen to somebody before, if you've seen somebody had to change and they hadn't lock anymore, and they wear locks, that's a very specific point. The locks is very essential for me. And you're having the same experience I'm having, because Malachi, we said, you can't be the only one. Can't be the only one. I need you to find a way to find this video. So I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you. Because who else can share this? Who else can tell this story to? Who else can understand where I'm at? Imagine walking between two worlds. Imagine being suddenly you are one thing and now you're being classified by your own people as something different. Based on genetics. And we know that through our what? Through our hair texture. That what tells us who we are in our tribe. If it's happening to you, you're not alone. It's happening to me too. Well, we get the communicate. We can talk about some things. I have a message for you. Imagine that, Malachi. I got a message, Malachi. Imagine me having a message. Malachi, I'm the one with the message? Really? I'm the one with the message. How? Really? All right. I have a message for you. I do have to tell you. That's why I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to leave it there for now. One love.